Okay, this video is probably going to be a really quick one, as quick as I can make it. I'm just going to explain what the Euler number is. And so if you don't know, watch the video. If you already know what the Euler number is, skip this. The Euler number is called the Euler number because of a famous mathematician named Leonhard, that's an R, Euler. He was Swiss. And that's how he spelled his name, pronounced it Euler. And he lived from 1707 to 1785. His life and Newton's life would have overlapped 15, 20 years or so. He did a lot of work in calculus, infinitesimal calculus, and carried on a lot of the work that Newton started. Newton invented calculus. So E, which we write kind of italicized E, is irrational. E is approximately, remember if it's irrational, we're not going to be able to represent it as a decimal, so approximately 2.71828182845, and it just keeps going. Okay. One of the things, if you take any kind of personal finance class, business class, you'll become familiar with the future value formula. And the future value of any investment can be your principal investment times E raised to the rate of interest times time. And I always like to remember this is the PERT, P-E-R-T formula. But you'll get into that. If you do anything in business and finance, the Euler number will pop up a whole lot. So real quick, where does this Euler number come from? Well, what we do is we simply take 1 plus 1 over n, and we raise that to the nth power, and then we let n take off to infinity. Okay, so if we let the n get larger and larger and larger, this number is going to be ever slightly so much bigger than the number 1. Not much. When n's really large, this thing approaches 1, but is always a little bit bigger. And then, of course, we're raising it to a higher and higher power. So what happens, let's just pick a really large number for n and see what we get. And if we take 1 plus 1 over, let's just say 10,000. That thing will get you, depending on your calculator and how many places, it gives you 2.71815. Not too bad. We get the first 3 digits, and then we're off by 6 10,000s, which is not too bad, but not exactly there. If this number kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, then you'd approach this Euler number. Okay, so why do we talk about the Euler number? Well, the Euler number is the base of the natural log, ln. Okay, and so the other log that we tend to use is the common log, and that's just a base 10. So you guys all know what the number 10 looks like. So we spend a little time explaining the Euler number, E sometimes it's called, so that you understand when we do the natural log, what we're using is the base of that logarithm.